Yo, what's good? Welcome to Stu TV. I'm Stu. I cover all things crypto, metaverse, NFTs, blockchain, all money making opportunities in the space. In this video, I just want to get straight into it. And I just want to cover how to use your job as a tool to invest in crypto. Now, I know you watching this video, I'm currently working the job. You might be working the job, most likely watching this video. That's why you clicked on it, or just out of curiosity, or just like the title. For whatever reason you're here, I appreciate you. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you drop a sub, comment on the video. But anyway, most people don't like their job, and most people just dread going there. They want to do something that they're passionate about, or just something in like, or just something along, just have alignment in their life, and not just going to a job day after day and not really having no point, or just making an impact on the world. Or some people are totally fine with that and they're at a higher place in life. I know for me, I don't judge nobody in between. If somebody wants to work a job and that's what they feel comfortable doing, by no means am I saying that, oh, that's bad or that's wrong. Like, who am I to say that if that person is happy? Because my definition of success is, are you doing what you want to do? Period. If you're doing what you want to do and you're in a good place in life, shout outs to you. But anyway, just getting into this video and just talking about how to use your job as a tool. And there's a lot of resources and things at your job that you could be doing and using and leveraging to get into crypto, which you may already be doing, you may not be doing, but I just want to give you access, and I just want to share this information to you if it hasn't been exposed to you already. And there's just a lot of resources at your job. And if you use it as a tool and use it as a resource to fund your dreams, then you can make peace with going to work, because you know you're transitioning yourself out of that job or out of that situation. But anyway, I just want to get straight into it. First thing I just want to get into is what's the most tax-friendly way. So to start off is with your 401k. Now your 401k, I know a lot of jobs back in the day, they had pensions, and they would like pay, and they would pay post retirement. But now they started with a 401k because they realized, damn, we can't really pay all these people that's not working for us, because we're not getting no financial benefits as a company and making profits. So they started the 401k. I know pensions got done away at least in maybe the 60s or the 70s or early 80s. I could be wrong. Somewhere in between that timeline, pensions got done with and they transitioned into a 401k. And I know people say invest into your 401k to get one step closer to retirement, but you can also use that 401k to like invest in, crypto or Bitcoin ETFs and getting into Bitcoin and things. I know Fidelity's offering that. I know through my job, Charles Schwab is another one that's on the cusp of getting that together and things like that, and just any other even Vanguard. I'm not sure just off the top of my head, but there's just a slew of different 401k companies that offer those type of incentives and offer those opportunities to get into crypto. And I think this is bullish for crypto long term, just because some of the older generation, like the baby boomers, they might not be as tech savvy to get into crypto or to create a wallet. But this is one way they can get into Bitcoin, or they can get into the most popular cryptos and do that on autopilot, where they don't have to manually do it themselves. For the people that's not really necessarily understanding or seeing the value, or is as passionate about this space as someone like myself, or even you watching this video, this might be a way for you to get into it. So I'm just exposing a way. This is how you can do it. You can also open up a brokerage account. You can get like a brokerage account. It has like no tax advantages. I know you can get on like Ameritrade and E-Trade. I think Fidelity offers this service as well, just regardless of like your employment status. So that's just one way you can do. It's like a lot of flexibility behind that. So like a tax brokerage account is another way to go. You can also transfer and do like a Roth IRA. You could take your 401 and transfer it into a Roth. The difference between a 401 and a Roth is a 401 is not tax money going in, but it's tax money coming out. Your Roth is pre-tax. So whatever you invest, if you invest X percentage, that percentage is going to be taxed going into your Roth. But the good news is, if you have $6,000 in your Roth IRA, then you get 6,000 coming out of your Roth IRA, just because that's not taxes already pre-tax going in. So it's kind of like a different thing in reverse. So like, let's say you started investing in Bitcoin through a Roth IRA, you transfer that to a Roth IRA through your job. Then if Bitcoin hit 100,000 by the next bull cycle and you time the market, well, you just made how many ever X just off your money just by DCAing every single week through your job and getting into crypto. That's just one way that you can do it. It's just like through a Roth IRA. And then the next thing I want to get into is an HSA, your health savings account. I hope you're healthy and in good health and in good shape watching this video. But if you don't have any health or no significant bills, or you're letting your health savings account accumulate, that's a way that you could also invest in crypto. Because if you have a certain limit, a certain money over like the limit that you have to have contributed in your HSA, if you have that over that amount, I don't know what it is because it's different for every chain, for every employer. But if you have that set up, you can take your HSA and invest and make a mass buy through crypto, like with your HSA, with your health savings account. So there's like a lot of advantages, and you can get that money and build your health savings account. And if you come up with an emergency, you could 25 extra money and you could be good on health for a long time or a long term. So there's many different benefits, but there's a lot of resources and a lot of good use for your job. So that's what I'm talking about when I mentioned earlier, use the 9 to 5 as a tool. Look at your resources, look at all the money that you got allocated in your HSA, or your Roth or your 401k, and all these opportunities, and then you can start getting into crypto little by little if you don't want to pull no money out the table, just off the table out of your own personal pocket in your own bank account. The next thing I just wanted to go over is just some things about adjusting like your W-4 when you get your money back. I know just with withholdings and stuff like that, the government takes like a lot of money from our checks. It's like an interest-free loan as far as you're overpaying in taxes and just a lot of things that you're getting, and you don't even get back what you got back as far as paying them. You don't even get that back in interest. So the government is basically just getting that interest-free, and you're overpaying. So if you adjust your W-4, there's a form that you can fill out that you can adjust, or they have like sources. I know through my job, you can go to like a certain website and you can adjust they have all the W-4 options through your employer. So just go to your human resources office, and that's another way that you can get more money back on each check. So let's say you adjust your W-4 the first year, and you might get $30 to $50, $60, $70 back on your check. With that $30 to $40 to $70, you could take that money and invest it into crypto, because it's money that you didn't have before anyway. So that's a way that you can DCA. Even Dave Ramsey talks about, people think that getting refunds back at the end of the year, they think that's a good thing, but refunds are not necessarily, because you're not getting your full amount that you can get back. They might pay you, let's say for example, you pay $10,000 in taxes. They might give you 1/10 of that back, of that 1,000. But if you adjusted your W-4 and you got 80% of that 10,000, but at the end of the year you got 0 back, you're getting 8,000 back in taxes throughout that whole fiscal year. Now, I'm not saying my numbers are correct and going by like 10 to 20%. I'm just giving you a scale size example of, you want that back on each check throughout the year, because throughout the year, when you do the math, you'll make more money that you'll make than wait until the end of the year for taxes. And this is something that is not taught. It is not taught in today's society, because it's like, if people really knew how much they're getting financially screwed on the dollar every day that they're paying Uncle Sam, there'd be an economic revolution. So like, even Dave Ramsey got into that, as far as you're overpaying in taxes, and you're just, like I said, you're giving them like money free interest throughout the year. But I'm gonna send you, I'll send you all these links and things as far as resources, and just doing your withholdings, and also just calculating exactly like what you would get. But I would definitely consult with a tax professional when it comes to these things, just because you don't want to just add up your withholdings and start like taking your money back and like getting so much money on every check, because then you'll put yourself in a different tax bracket and then you'll get taxed even more at a higher percentage. So you have to be careful with this. It's a certain math that you have to put behind this to calculate your earnings based on how much you earn periodically throughout the year. Then you also got to factor in your overtime and just things like that. So it's just a lot of things to get into, but I'll send you these links and things for you to look at as far as finding that. But I definitely say if you're interested in changing your W-4, that's an easy way to give yourself an automatic paycheck pay raise and get more out of each check without even talking to your supervisor or boss. So just make sure you just consult a tax professional within doing that, and just different things and all that stuff that you need to do. But anyway, this is Stu. This is Stu TV. I cover all things crypto, metaverse, NFTs, blockchain, all money making opportunities in the space. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you share the video. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace out.